Hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are staying safe and I hope you're having a fantastic day today. So in today's update, we'll go through where things currently stand with the stimulus package and the third $1,400 stimulus check. Yes, GOP lawmakers met with the president yesterday evening in the White House. And we're going to talk about the outcome of that visit from the GOP lawmakers to the president. Then we'll talk about what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer have done recently with the stimulus package. So right now, it's a lot of action going on, and this week is going to be a big week for the stimulus package. But before we dive in, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest stimulus updates, economic updates, and financial tips for your financial wellness and success. And one more thing, if you feel like struggling Americans need the stimulus checks at $1,400, give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you feel like Congress needs to speed up with the passing of this package, give this video a thumbs up right now and share this video with other people to help them get this information quicker. Thank you. So let's jump right into it. What exactly are we seeing right now? According to several reports out there, this from CNN says that the Democrats are moving ahead without the Republicans on the package. So this is the big one. The GOP lawmakers have met with the president, but what exactly is the outcome of that meeting? According to reports from Daily News and other outlets, President Biden does not budge. He did not budge on the $1.9 trillion plan after meeting with the Republicans. In fact, we have a statement here from the White House. So this is an official statement from the White House by White House Press Secretary on President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris meeting with Senate Republicans. So we're going to go through this, and it's a pretty quick one, so you understand where things currently lie from the White House perspective. But before we dive into that, this is what President Biden tweeted yesterday. I just felt like this is a bold statement here. He did say, hardworking Americans need help and they need it now. That's why I'm calling on Congress to immediately pass my American Rescue Plan that would deliver direct relief, extend unemployment insurance, help folks put food on the table, and keep a roof over their heads, and more. So again, Biden is still pushing to have his plan passed, the $1.9 trillion package that provides additional stimulus payments at $1,400 to the people. So I want to get your thoughts on this tweet in the comment section below. So what else are we seeing right now? If we go with the GOP stimulus plan, an estimated 29 million people would lose out on the stimulus payment. So this is a huge number. So 29 million people who have received the first two stimulus checks will be cut off if we went with this GOP stimulus plan. So I want to get your thoughts on this again in the comment section below. So let's jump right into the official statement from the White House after the GOP lawmakers visited the president and the vice president. Okay, so the president and the vice president had a substantive and productive discussion with Republican senators this evening at the White House. The group shared a desire to get help to the American people who are suffering through the worst health and economic crisis in a generation. Then they go on to say, while there were areas of agreement, the president has also reiterated his view that Congress must respond boldly and urgently, and noted many areas which the Republican senator's proposal does not address. So it looks like there's some common ground according to what we're seeing here. But the president did also repeat, he did reinforce that there are areas that the GOP lawmakers' proposal does not address. So let's go on to see. Then he also repeated that while he's hopeful that the rescue plan can pass with bipartisan support, a reconciliation package is a path to achieve that end. Then he goes on to say the president also made clear that the American Rescue Plan was carefully designed to meet the stakes of this moment, and any changes in it cannot leave the nation short of its pressing needs. So this is a big one. So I think right here the president did set his position that, hey, look, while you guys have a good proposal, what I have on board right now, or what I have on the table right now, seems to address the needs of the people straight away, like right now. Then he, in closing, it did go on to say the president expressed his hope that the group could continue to discuss ways to strengthen the American Rescue Plan as it moves forward and find areas of common ground, including work on small business support and nutrition programs. He reiterated, however, that he will not slow down work on his on this urgent crisis response and will not settle for a package that fails to meet the moment. Wow. So there you have it. This is straight from the White House. The president will not settle for a package that fails to meet the moment. So again, Biden is still pushing for his $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. So Bernie Sanders did have a moment on MSNBC, and during his interview with MSNBC, he did say that now is not the time to count pennies, according to this tweet from Chris Hayes. I want to get your thoughts on this. Do you think now is the time to count pennies, or to cut back on spending, or get the people the help they need? I want to get your thoughts on that in the comment section below. So here's the big one. So House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer filed a joint fiscal year 2021 budget resolution that will give Congress additional legislative tool to pass the urgently needed stimulus package. So this is a big one. So this was filed yesterday. So we're likely, like I said, this is a big week of action, a really big week of action in the House, and Congress is moving pretty quickly right now. The Democrats are moving pretty fast. So what all did they include in this budget resolution? So let's go through it here. According to this statement from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's press team, specifically the joint budget resolution from Speaker Pelosi and Chuck Schumer providing benefits. So the benefits that will be provided include immediate relief for individuals and families throughout 2021, including $1,400 per person and per child direct payments, an extension of the unemployment insurance programs through September of 2021, with a $400 per week federal enhancement and $350 billion in critical state, local, tribal, and territorial fiscal relief, so funding for state and local governments. Then the resolution will also provide funds to greatly increase health care coverage to Americans that have lost it through no fault of their own. Again, so this is the health care coverage. So for those who have lost it, who lost their jobs and then they lost their health care coverage, there's funding for this in this package. And then there's funding to defeat the virus, and including support for vaccine testing and public health programs. It also includes funding to help K through 12 schools safely reopen, so for schools to reopen, and provide crucial support for the child care system. Then included in this budget resolution that was filed, we do have relief funds for the millions of Americans struggling to make rent and mortgage payments, as well as those who are experiencing homelessness, so those who are home insecure during this period at risk of losing their home. Then also included is the funding for transit agencies who have been deeply impacted by the pandemic, and support for the use of the Defense Production Act to expand domestic production of supplies critical to beating the virus. And then here they do have the additional support for small businesses and businesses that have been hard hit, industries that have been hard hit by the pandemic. So there will be funding for EIDL advanced grants. So these are grants. Basically, you don't have to pay back the money if you get them for the small businesses. Then there's a creation of a dedicated grant relief program for restaurants. So the restaurant industry has a special funding in this very package. Then there's an expanded PPP assistance for nonprofits and digital media services. And you also have additional funding for crucial investments in broadband and distance learning, and a relief for the Amtrak and the aviation sector struggling with the declining revenues and volumes due to the virus. Then you also have funding for the FEMA Disaster Relief Fund to ramp up the President's National Vaccine Program and provide flexible, targeted assistance to state, local, tribal, territorial, and the District of Columbia governments and individuals who have been hard hit by the pandemic. Then you do have an increase or more support for the SNAP program, the WIC program, and the pandemic EBT. So these are all included in this joint resolution that was filed by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer. Then you do have additional support for health care and other support to meet the needs of veterans during the pandemic. And these funds will support the vaccine distribution, the expanded mental health care program, and enhanced telehealth capabilities, and extended support for veterans who are homeless or are in danger of being homeless. Then you have PPE supplies for clinical employees and improved supply chain management. And then the other things that you do have here include critical funds funding for the Indian Health Services, and then you also have funding for the Economic Development Administration and Environmental Justice grants. And then lastly here, we do have funding for critical programs that are aimed to aid the global response to and recovery from the pandemic. So these are the provisions that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Leader Chuck Schumer filed in the urgently needed stimulus package. So there's a lot of action going on this week. Like I mentioned, you do want to pay attention because we're going to see a lot of updates coming out this very week on the stimulus package. Okay, before you leave, if you are looking to make some extra money from the comfort of your home, be sure to check out the helpful and exclusive videos on the left. And if you are looking to boost your credit score or improve your credit limit, increase your credit limit, check out the helpful videos on the right. See you in the next update. Stay safe and thank you for watching.